remember how this first begun. Teeth were white and our skin was young. Eyes as bright as a Spanish sun. We had nothing we could hide. Now my dear, we are two golden leaves, clinging desperately to winter trees, held up here like a pair of thieves.
Good afternoon, friends. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a good day to you all. We say wonderful day to you all. And we are sorry we are quite late, and we just have a few things challenges to deal with. It's part of a day-to-day, what they compasses or accompanies each day with one challenge. But we thank God we're able to deal with it. Alright, it's your program once again, What a Woman Wants. And
what a man wants.
Exactly.
I'm so excited. The program is on. That's why I didn't remember that.
Interesting.
Welcome, guys.
Yeah, it's your program, and this is where we get to talk to you about what a man wants and also what a woman wants.
Yes.
And before we go on, as you all know, my name is Adam's Glory. You can call me Glody, and with me I have
Thomas Elizabeth, as you all know, that's my name, and Betty or Ejiwu. That's
Wow.
all right.
Interesting. Now, me, okay, I will like, why shall I jealous? Yeah. So Betty's gonna be giving you guys the handles for you guys to watch us on. You can join us live right now, and also she's gonna be calling out to the studio line. So immediately we open the studio line, you guys can call in, and that is the number to call to join us onto this episode of What a Woman Wants and What a Man Wants. And also, where is Otito Lagba situated? Otito Lagba is at Ajibade along Mokola Road, opposite GTB, and we are the 5th floor. That is where we are. Alright, Betty, give him the handles.
Alright, so these are handles. We have Otito Lagba TV, that's Otito Lagba Television. That is the YouTube handle, so you can click on it to watch us on the show.
Yeah.
And then we have the Facebook handle, which is Otito Lagba Radio.tv. So if you go on your Facebook, just click on search button and type in Otito Lagba Radio.tv. It's going to bring it out for you, and then you'll be watching us live and direct. And also, we have the Instagram, which is Otito Lagba Radio TV.
Yeah.
So please go on Instagram, click on and you watch us. And also on TikTok, Otito Lagba Television. That is how to watch us.
Yeah, that is the handles, guys.
And also, as I said, our address is Providence Court, opposite GT Bank, Ajibade East Wing, the 5th floor, Nigeria, Ibadan. That is where
to
we
be
are.
precise, Ilu Badan Lawa.
Ilu Ibadan.
We'll be right back after this short music break. Please stay
Don't
tuned.
go anywhere.
It as a Spanish sun. We had nothing we could hide. Now my dear, we are two golden leaves, clinging desperately to winter trees, held up here like a pair of thieves, while the sirens blare outside. What's left to say when every word's been spoken? What's left to see when our eyes won't open? What's left to do when we've lost all hope? And what's left to break when our hearts are broken? But sometimes
welcome back, friends. It's still your program, What a Man Wants and What a Woman Wants. And we are discussing quite an interesting topic, and it is tagged.
Before we go on,
Okay, please.
I attributes.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
You can
yes.
see it on
Displaying on the screen.
But still, I'm going to be calling it out for you so that you guys can take your phone and call it like away. Alright, so this is the number 091 Again, 091 That is the number to call. We are expecting your calls. Please let your calls keep
Please,
rushing.
friends, call in so that we can hear your thoughts, your notions about it. So, like I said, we are discussing quite an interesting topic, and thus far, I myself have been learning from this that we are discussing. And what's that? We are discussing about frequently asked questions about gender equality. Yeah, that is what we are discussing about. And last week, we went in the line of making you friends, guys, folks, to understand what gender is, and we dived really deep in that section. And today we'll be giving you another questions that are frequently or mostly asked when it comes to gender equality. I don't know whether Betty has a summary of what we discussed last week on what gender is.
Yeah. Well, to what we have discussed throughout the last week, that's the last time we were on the show.
Yeah, last previous episodes.
We've talked about what a gender is, which refers to the economic and social and cultural attributes, and which is the opportunities that associate with people around in a society. So it means the kind of gender you are either female or you are a male in a society, the way you relate socially, economically.
I'm with you.
You understand,
I understand.
how you relate with each other. Why are you laughing?
I'm smiling.
Smiling. He said he is smiling. All right, so then we went into gender attributes.
Yes,
and
yes, we did.
characteristics. Yes, and which encompasses inter allies, and which is the roles that men and women play, and the expectation placed upon both of them in the society. The roles they play, the expectation that is needed within them, like I and is the male and the female.
Yeah.
So we are playing the gender here. The role we are playing here is okay. We are telling people about what gender equality is all about.
That is what we are doing.
That's what we are talking about. The roles and everything that is placed on them in the society and how they are to show forth how they go about it. So I believe.
Thank you very much, Betty. What can I do without you?
Yes.
That is what. And someone told me something. They said, a guy said, no matter how men claim how strong they can be, better in the mind or so, he said a man still needs a woman. But and seriously, men they are ready, or let me say they are quicker to admit that they can't do without a woman. But I don't know why maybe I don't want to be stereotypical now. I don't know. Mostly women will tell you they don't need a man. They are so quick to say that, and it's not true. That is why I do say this. If a man's armor today, I mean when a man blow, like when I don't know, his first orientation, his first mindset will be, I want to set up a family, I want to touch lives, I want to have kids, I want to marry, this and that. But for a woman, I don't know, maybe not for all women, immediately she achieves something so big or very big or something cogent, one of the first thing that comes to mind is, I don't need a man, I can survive on my own. But why is it so? I mean, but anyway, whichever way it is, I won't let her talk. The second most frequently asked question, we have questions like, what is the difference between gender equity, note, gender equality, and also women's empowerment? I said, what is the difference between gender equity and gender equality and women's empowerment? And before we go on, before we dive deep in that, Betty will be giving us what equity is and equality, because most of us we confuse these things to one another. Yeah, even sometimes I myself I do that, but you just have to be very intentional about things. We are going to be letting you friends, guys, to know that there's a difference between equity and equality. Yeah, and she's going to be giving that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. So when we're talking about equity,
Equity now.
yeah, what do we mean by the word equity? Alright, from what I have jotted down, from what I have searched through, alright, equity means fairness or justice in the way people treat the male, the female, or the man and the woman in the society.
Fairness, justice. Those are key powerful droppings in a way people are treated. Okay.
And also it can be a process of being fair
Okay.
to women and men. And to ensure fairness.
But my dear, do you know the problem we have now? I don't know why people are not exhibiting equity anymore. People take it, the where equity is being, let me say, trashed is when it comes to maybe we are older than me, I'm older than you, we are not in the same status, we are not in the same carnival, this and that and that, and before you know it, you downplay or you ridicule people. You might not even say it, but your actions alone. I don't know. Equity is no longer found in society like before. What's going on? Regardless of the position you are, regardless of whatever status you are holding currently, mind you, they say the way up is the way down. Where you think you are right now, don't forget you are not going to stay there for long. All right, so how you treat people matters, and I think you want to give us something on equity, equality.
Yeah, from there, so equity now leads to equality.
Okay, that's interesting.
So what do you mean by equality? Equality is a quality or state of being equal. Like men and women in a society, way of you being equal to each other. I'm not saying that this one is the equal part and this one is the semi-equal.
I'm with you.
Yes, just like the quality of state of having the same rights. Like in Nigeria, we have the rights of individuals, rights of the citizens, rights for movement, rights to speak up, right to do this, right to do that, right of voting. Not that because I'm a lady, I cannot be voted in as the next president. So we need.
But wait. As there, do you think maybe in the nearest future, do you think women will be voted into power? I mean, presidential level, not just ministers also.
It's not even going to get to the nearest future. It's already. See, it's in your front already.
Hello.
What are we doing?
Please, why will you want a woman to rule us in this country?
Because I believe a woman still has capable things. Like men, I don't know what you guys have been doing.
Let me tell you something. Let me try to be babbling small. Yes, let me exhibit comrade. You know, they say, okay, I'm calm. They say something. They said, if a woman is in power, there's a way. The strictness level of a woman in power and a man in power, it's so vast. It's so different. Take for instance, maybe you have a project supervisor to be a woman. The people often say if you are not careful, you might get on a wrong side more quickly, because there's a way. I don't know, maybe mostly for all women, or don't let me say all, mostly for women out there. I don't know, are women really built to handle power? We are speaking of, okay, can a woman really be the president of this country? Speaking of equity or equality, if a man has a right to be voted in as a president of this country, to be precise, then give me reasons, or let me say I should have reasons why a woman also should be able to mount those kind of positions or so.
Yes, while you were talking, something stopped in my mind.
Okay.
Why do we have a woman tending to children at home?
Okay.
So, as a country, as a nation, it is in the power of the lady. The lady knows how to protect, knows what these children need, knows how to take care of them. But men,
I'm with you.
So that's just it. A man just knows that I need to go and work and bring in money. A lady sits down, analyzes, this is what happens in the morning. Okay, let's look at the family now. The lady wakes up early in the morning. It's in the kitchen. She's in the kitchen morning, afternoon, and night. She still wake up the next day, still in the kitchen morning.
What
afternoon,
if she
and
has
night.
an husband that assists her? Kilo day.
And I don't think it's all the husbands that are assisting, because now you'll be saying that what is the work of the woman? Is it not for it to be in the kitchen? Okay, let's take for example.
Okay.
A lady that wakes up in the morning, cook, baths the children,
Okay.
take care of the husband, they all left. The children came back from school in the afternoon, she still take care of them, she gave them food. The husband came back in the evening.
But we often forget that this man is contributing in terms of the financial assistance.
And so who is capping everything together?
We are giving due respect, due kudos to the women, but also because it looks like in the bigger picture, it looks like it is the women that are doing everything. Don't forget. That is what I'm saying. She's implicitly saying women can do everything in terms of it. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, so I said gender equity is the process of being fair to women and men, like my partner said. I said to ensure fairness. To ensure fairness, strategies and measures must often be available to compensate for women's historical and social disadvantages that prevent women and men from otherwise operating a level playing field. I totally agree with that, and that is part of the things we see in the stage we have now. I mean, where the world is going to. I don't want to agree with that statement, but I'll be forced or imposed to agree. That's why I said in this society we need each other. That is just the basis of what I want to say. I'm not saying men's role, I mean men's part to be played is being a kind of ridiculed, or let me say so level to the women. Nah. But what I just want the men to get is that no matter what you do, no matter where you go, you still have to have that space, or that privilege, whether you're in power. That's why most times there's no, even for even the word president. I think there's this woman, she was the, I think, Senate president to the US, that is Hillary Clinton, and she really played a major role. And look at now, we have women, we have a very, very potent woman as the vice president now. Yes, of course. So that is why even in politics, there's no women just have to be there. And even in society, whether complaints or maybe cooperative society or something like that, that fairness, that equity just have to be there. That is it. All right. We'd like to go further. I said gender equality. Okay, I said gender equality. Now, something came to my mind now. Do you know there is an overboard with which we do things when it comes to this equity? Was that I'm sure most of my female friends will not want to agree with this. Okay, now if we come to a society, because for now the reverse is still what I'm saying, was that little do men want women to be placed in the level they are, and also the same way women are struggling to reach that peak men are right now, even to surpass them. But where my concern comes in is this. Now, if we agree with the orientation that okay, women have to be treated same as men, I mean in terms of care, not just the struggle part or the hardship part, don't you think in the long run men will be considered a simp? Or don't you think there will be more women worship? If a woman is now treated like a man, or she's being placed in that same level a man is, can we consider such a man to be a simp? When okay, this is where you need to find a man, and you're like, let's say for instance now we want to make a decision, and you have like 5 men there, able-bodied 5 men, intelligent, smart, and you say let the woman decide. Is it not sounding somehow to you?
Everybody's options needs to be there.
Okay.
That's why we call it equality. Have to be on the same level.
I see.
So it's not like it's only the men that has to do it. A woman too is perfectly able to do it.
The overboard is very big. That is why it's very, very hard to admit. Women are not built to handle power, except in rare, tiny. Because there's this. I would say both genders abuses power. But if you're going to do a statistical ratio or a graph, I think the women's will be more red. Yeah.
In what terms? Why would
I don't know, because any small position they give to a woman, I mean, they just
okay, they misuse it.
well, I won't really say misuse. Like they go overboard with it. I don't know what.
Okay, can you give us an example of a lady leader who has misused the power that it's when they are calculating?
You really want me to cite examples? Don't let us even go. Don't let us go too far. Take for instance now, when I was still in secondary school, I don't know, during my own days, although that time the class was being split into two. We have A and B. There's this other part. I think the A was the class captain was a woman or a lady. Let me just say a lady, and the other class. And you constantly find men's name on the noisemaker list than the woman.
So
why?
Making noise?
Why is it supposed to be so? That is not being fair. That is just abuse of power. That's what I'm talking about. Why can't she take time? Women, take time. We'll be right back after this short musical break.
It's our job.
Do you remember how this first begun? Teeth were white and our skin was young. Eyes as bright as a Spanish sun. We had nothing we could hide. Now my dear, we are two golden leaves, clinging desperately to winter trees, held up here like a pair of thieves, while the sirens blare outside. What's left to say when every word's been spoken? What's left to see when our eyes won't open? What's left to do when we've lost all hope?
Alright, welcome back friends. We are still on the most frequent questions that are asked when it comes to gender equality. And like we said before we went this far, we firstly introduced what gender means to you, and from there we further said what the differences are between equity and equality, and also speaking of women empowerment, and we've been on that. So I would just like to read a few statements here. I'm sure Betty is going to expatiate more on that. I said gender equality requires equal enjoyment by women and men of socially valued goods. Not only that, opportunities, resources, and reward. Let me take that again. I said gender equality requires equal enjoyment. Not that a man is getting this, the woman is getting less of what the man is getting. That is what we're talking about. I said gender equality requires equal enjoyment by women and men of socially valued goods, opportunities, which means if a man is getting an opportunity of A+, then the woman should also get that same opportunity. That is what we're talking about. And also, it's a woman's word. If I don't know, let's say for instance now, at least we see it in the movies. Maybe an actor can just come inside a bar, and before you know it, he will just spray everybody and leave the woman. Why? Even the man that is innocent, he's not going to spare him. Okay. Then we have resources and reward. Please.
Yes, when we talk about the resources and rewards,
Yeah.
it's just like you're rewarding a man and leaving a woman out on the same portion work they have done. Because they're not saying, you're a woman, let me reward the man. So when I reward the man, you will get your share from it.
It's not done.
So you reward them
Equal rewards, equal opportunities, equal enjoyment. That's
When
what
you
we're
talk
talking about.
about the resources, maybe you are providing, or something, equipment for a job, and you are giving the lady the lesser one, since you are feeling like she doesn't have the power to carry it. You're not giving the guy, the men, the more equipment, because they are the ones that are in power. What if what that man is supposed to do, the lady you give the lesser one does it?
But still, I still believe, women are to lead. Women, not women, oh sorry. Want to post me no. Men are to lead. Men are to guide. Men should be placed ahead of a woman. But that is just my own personal opinion. But still, we are talking about gender equality here. You know, in a society where there's fairness, I think there will be less trouble.
Not even less. There won't be trouble.
Okay.
Because every loopholes that trouble supposed to come out.
Because I'm getting a portion of 50%, and she's also getting a portion of 50%. Everybody be satisfied with whatever you are getting. That is what we are talking about. Gender equality. No above of something, no below of something. Okay, friends, we would love to continue, but time is not on our side. We would like to take a hot right here, and we sure you've enjoyed and benefit from what we've discussed today. Remember, we are still talking about frequently or most asked question when it comes to gender equality. And before we go on, we would like to pay
gender equality between men.
Yeah, between men. Thank you very much. Between men and women. That is
what. Talk about women. They will say,
that is why we said we need them. You see now. That's why she's my helper. Now, and before we go on, we would like to pay our respect to our superiors. That is Mr. Shane Ogunde, that's the CEO of Otito Lagba, and also Mr. Shola Olaore, that's the person of the Star Gold, and Adigun Taiwo, that's Agbaye presenter. We say thank you very much, sirs, for all you have been doing for us. And also, yes, let Betty do that.
I thought you said men.
No, we have to be. Yes. There has to be fairness in the, exactly.
Okay,
yes.
You want to leave me out. You want to
No, why would I? I can't. I mustn't save. I will not. Come on.
All right, so everyone in the studio with us this afternoon, we have KSD Agbao. Well
The
done
cameraman.
Yes, well done for putting everything in place. And to the powder man, the one and only Sheikh Mafo. Yeah.
Sayyidin Sarafadin Arigabu.
AKA Haudaman.